Hey Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Akakudash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing and teaching His word in truth and in sincerity. Now, hey man, you got all kinds of articles coming out on on how these smaller nations, they're being armed with with um with some advanced nuclear missiles. In North Korea, I think it came out like last week saying that if the U.S. does anything uh, to North Korea, how they are going to retaliate is with a nuclear missile. So so the Heavenly Father is even putting it, into the hearts of these kings of these nations, man. They are preparing to destroy this place. You know, that's prophecy. All the nations in the earth, they're all going to come against this place. Babylon the Great, which is America. And America will be wiped off the face of the earth, according to Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. But I'm going to start off in Joel 3:9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all men of war draw near, let them come up. Alright, so it says to wake up the mighty men. Alright, because there's been a time of, where heavy warfare has been, kind of dormant, since World War II. You've had smaller wars happen between them, but not on the scale of a world war. Alright, but those times are coming. The last and final woe, or the third and final woe that the scriptures talk about in the book of Revelations. It says, two woes have passed, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. It says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Look, see, and how, and so the form of the weak saying, I am strong, is that these smaller nations have gotten, they've been given Russia's missile defense systems. So the U.S. has less control over them, because they can't just shoot all their missiles on those places and hit all their targets. Like, I know there was a case happened a few months ago where some place got its missiles shot on it, but a majority of them were shot down because they had one of those Russia defense systems. All right, and so with them being armed with a good defense, that allows them to work on a good offense. Which are those thermonuclear missiles, man. And these nations have them now. This is Joel 3:11. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I judge all the heathen round about. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down in the For the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. You know, the scriptures say that this place's sins have reached unto heaven. You know, this place's wickedness is great. You know, and it says the harvest is ripe. You know, which basically means that this place is ready to be destroyed. You know, the only thing that's holding back the four winds, you know, is for prophecy to come to pass. You know, for the chip to be mandated on a global scale, and ultimately the elect being sealed. You know, but after those two things pass, man, the angels, you know, that are holding those four winds of the earth, they're going to let loose, and that's gonna be that day of darkness, man, that the scriptures talk about. You know, that the day of the Lord is it's very dark and not light. You know. Actually, it brought the spirit because 2 verses down from where I stopped, you know, it says that, verse 14, it says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. You know, that's basically the point. Look, see, so that day is going to be so great, man, that the sun ain't going to shine, that the moon ain't going to shine, and the stars, you know, are also going to withdraw their light. Day of darkness, man. You know, that's when the apparitions are going to kick in, and you people are going to bug the hell out, man. You people are going to be terrified everywhere you go. It says, Revelation 17-16. Actually, I'll start at 15. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. You know, basically talking about that great dragon. You know, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and shall burn her with fire. You know, so those horns are talking about, you know, the nations that were once with her, man. You know, it says, for the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. You know, and to prove that the Most High is one who's, you know, going to put it in their hearts, man. Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Look, see, so if a Lord wanted Kim Jong-un or Vladimir Putin to nuke the U.S. tomorrow, then he would have it be so. Because the Lord controls them, man. This is from the book of Jeremiah 15 or 50. Salakia. Jeremiah 50. I'll start at 13. It says, because of the wrath of Yahweh it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. I'm basically talking about Babylon. You know, it says, everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Like, damn, they got fucked up. You know, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. you know. And so we go through this all the time, man. You know, the arrows that the scriptures talk about are the thermonuclear missiles, you know. And so when it says all you that bend the bow, it's basically saying, you know, basically uh, all you that have arrows, or all you that have missiles. All right, because a missile uh, 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 is shaped almost the exact same as an arrow. You know, bow and arrow. You know, and the arrow isn't gonna fly without a person who wields the bow. So if you got the bow, man, you got the arrows. All right. It says, "Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh, take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her." You know, and so what has this place done? You know, just you know, destroyed cities. You know, actually, I was just going into that earlier, man. A couple hours ago. What was that one, man? I don't know where I was reading. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is exactly the one, but it's good regardless. Psalms 96. It says, "O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities, their memorial is perished with them." You know, and so what we just read in Jeremiah 50 and 15, it says, "As she hath done, do unto her." You know, and America has gone throughout all these nations and destroyed them, man. And you can go, I'll go on Google and type in, you know, before and after pictures of when America went, you know, and had a war with these nations. You know, the buildings were all fine, and then after they leave, everything's destroyed, and they just leave that shit. All right. That's basically the point on that. Let's get 2nd Ezra 16. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" And right, man, you know, who is he that can drive them away? You know, it says in the book of Deuteronomy, man, it says that none can deliver out of his hand. You know, it says he killeth and he maketh alive, you know, and that there is no God with him. You know, who can deliver out of his hand? You know, it says he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? You know, come on, man. This is the other creator of all things that we're talking about here, man. Utterly beaten to powder at his presence. It says the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, it says, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till they consume the foundation of the earth. Look, see, so thermonuclear missiles were created for a reason, man. You know, to execute the Lord's will, and to execute his vengeance, to execute his indignation, man. It says, like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So there you go, man. You know, these missiles are on their way. You know, and they're not going to miss their target. So this place America isn't going to pull off what they pull off in the Hollywood films, where at some last second they pull some shit out of their ass and they get saved. It ain't gonna be like that, man. Alright, so that's prophecy, man. And so that's what's coming to pass. You know, it's time to wake up. Because if you don't, because if you're not good with Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, in those days and that fire's going, you know, eat you up too. So with that, I want to say, Shalom.